The Infiniti Q60 coupe is set to be a very rare car here in the UK. The firm predicts sales in the hundreds rather than thousands, and a primary reason for this is that while it's meant to take on the Lexus RC, BMW 4 Series, Audi A5 Coupe and Mercedes-Benz Class Coupe, it does so without a version for company car drivers or an extensive dealer network. This means its appeal is extremely niche, offering a relatively powerful set of petrol engines that are good in isolation, but when compared to performance versions of the above cars, the M4, S5 Coupe and Mercedes-AMG G-63 Coupe, it's nowhere near as good to drive. Two engine options. The engine lineup is split down the middle. The 2.0-litre is the one that's expected to sell best, but the 3.0-litre V6, badged Infiniti Q60S, is the one that's great to drive. They both get the same 7-speed automatic gearbox, while the smaller engine is rear-wheel drive only and the larger sends power to all four wheels. Loaded with technology, as has become the norm for Infiniti, the Q60 is rammed to the gunnels with modern tech. Most notable of these features is the latest version of the Direct Adaptive Steering DAS system, which is, at time of publication, the only steer-by-wire system offered on any car. An earlier iteration can be found on some Q50 saloons, but the second attempt is far better suited to real-world driving. The aim is to cut fatigue by eradicating the steering wheel movements required to keep a car tracking straight and true on the motorway. It does this by tracing the lane you're in and automatically steering the wheels for you, which to start with takes a bit of getting used to. Another first for Infiniti on this car is adaptive suspension. To find out what we made of this, please visit the driving section of the review. Well appointed with lots of safety kit, even base spec Q60s come with leather upholstery and electrical adjustment of the comfortable and supportive front seats. The cabin's ambience is further improved by noise cancellation technology and an advanced infotainment system featuring 2 touchscreens. Safety and driver assistance features are obviously high on the agenda too, with the Q60 capable of semi-autonomous driving thanks to adaptive cruise control and the advanced lane-keeping DAS makes possible. As with every other Infiniti model, however, it falls down as a realistic ownership proposition for many because of the paltry number of dealerships, just 12 for the whole of the UK at time of publication. This is set to rise but only to a maximum of 25, which will ensure the company remains a niche proposition. There are 2 petrol engines in the Q60 lineup, so not a huge range to choose from, and all versions use the same 7-speed automatic gearbox. This functions well, with smooth changes, and higher spec Q60 models give you the option to change gears using paddles behind the steering wheel. Infiniti Q60 2.0 tons. This version is set to be the best-selling model and is available only on lower trim levels. It's a 2.0-litre turbocharged motor that develops 211 horsepower and 350 Nm between 1,250 and 3,500 revolutions per minute. That means 0.62 miles per hour in 7.3 seconds and a top speed of 146 miles per hour, which sound like fairly enthralling numbers, but its acceleration is at best forgettable and it doesn't sound particularly interesting either. Infiniti Q60S 3.0 tons. The performance option is this 3.0-litre V6, which has 405 horsepower to its name along with 475 Nm of torque between 1,600 and 5,200 revolutions per minute. The dash to 62 miles per hour drops to 5 seconds flat, while top speed is electrically governed to 155 miles per hour. This engine is far more exciting, with very high performance from its pair of turbochargers and an accompanying howl as you climb up the rev range. The overriding impression of the Q60's handling is that it's safe and accessible, but it's also balanced and rewarding to drive quickly. The 2.0-litre engine drives the rear wheels only, while the 3.0-litre V6 Q60S features an all-wheel drive system for more assurance and stability in slippery conditions. Neither version is class-leading for entertainment or sure-footedness. However, with German rivals offering more compelling options in both senses. Steering by-wire. We've yet to try cars with the standard steering system, but we've had a chance to try Infiniti's latest direct adaptive steering DAS setup. This is a steer-by-wire configuration that means there's no direct link between steering and road. It uses electrical systems to carry out the job a steering column would traditionally do. First introduced on the Q50, critics were outspoken about the original attempt's lack of feedback to the driver. In the Q60 this has been improved dramatically, with better weighting helping the driver to feel more involved in the experience. It's still a strange sensation if you're used to other cars, both because of a slightly detached sensation and because DAS reacts far quicker to inputs than any other car we've driven. It takes a bit of getting used to, but within a few miles you'll be able to drive the Q60 perfectly well. Adaptive dynamics. You can adjust the speed responsiveness of the steering and its weighting using the Q60's drive modes. The cars we tried on the launch also featured the firm's new adaptive suspension system, which allows the driver to pick between softer or firmer damping. Unfortunately, there isn't a huge gulf between the two, and we ended up leaving the car in the firm setting for the majority of the time.